It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the London Monarchs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Running on first down, Eckler. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Once more, here's Eckler. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Herbert on 3rd down now. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of him. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you've really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try to create some space.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw now in his own end zone. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Herbert. Eluding the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards on a guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. From the 50, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No. What was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 14.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. London about set to take over on offense. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
It's a gain of 3.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
It's Eckler again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Herbert. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. Here's Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. London about set to take over on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Herbert now. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense in this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. 2nd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Monarchs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that 1st touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's a one-up.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fighting to stay, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Sebastian Joseph Day. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This will be caught by Brown.
And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. McPherson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And he wisely will throw that one away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Herbert throwing again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it.
But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't put anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now they'll run it on the toss. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They're going to look to throw. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Monarchs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 17-10 score. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A handoff. It's Eckler. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now it's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Brings up 3rd down.
Herbert on 3rd down now.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At their 48.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Herbert on 1st down now. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by James Bradbury. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
London about set to take over on offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. On the move past the 40.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. And the attempt to 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. McPherson's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal to start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's going the other way. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
London about set to take over on offense. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Meanwhile,
Williams loses the football, and this is picked up by the defense. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Back to throw now on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
2nd and 9 now.
Flush to his right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He hits Mooney going across the middle.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down. That sets up a 1st and goal.
It's getting aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here's Herbert.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Play action. It's Herbert.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Jonathan Grenard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's 4th down.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Herbert. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Herbert going to throw.
to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Now Herbert.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
London about set to take over on offense.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just try to finish to this one.
Good game so far. You know something? While there's been power running, they decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.